Did y'all know Simone Biles was married?
Austin,
Yeah.
do you know who Simone Biles is?
Yeah, you mean like the most decorated Olympian of all time?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know who her husband is?
She has a husband?
Yeah. Do you know his name?
No, I don't know. I didn't know she had a husband. Good for him.
I didn't know that. When did she get married? She got married April 22nd, 2023. This year. So it's only been like a couple months. Okay. Anyway, right now, Simone Biles and her husband, that I don't know his name yet, currently trending on the internet. Apparently, her husband was in an interview. He was asked a question about how they met, and somehow the internet got mad at his response. That he said he's the catch in the marriage, and people are pissed off because Simone Biles is Simone Biles. And who's even you?
Simone Biles' husband is going super viral right now for saying that he is the catch in their relationship. And the reason this is so funny is because bro is literally known as Simone Biles' husband. But if you didn't know, he is also this dude, number 34, the guy who had the perfect angle to make a tackle and looked like my grandmother out there getting absolutely cooked for a touchdown against the Chargers. Chris Godwin had 155 yards against the Packers thanks to number 34 who was trying to tackle his own teammates. And on this play, you can see him standing completely still in the end zone while the receiver scores a touchdown right next to him. Sometimes you literally need a graph to show how bad his coverage is because he was one-on-one here and just tracked the route number 34 takes on this play since it is actually unbelievably bad. Basically, he's a terrible NFL safety compared to Simone Biles, who is the greatest women's gymnast in history.
Let's go ahead and dissect this interview and see what's up actually, because what's going on over here?
I swiped her and it said we matched. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna see what's up. So I go do my workout and I come back and I get like, I had some likes on my Instagram, and I'm like, oh, this might be. I'm like, okay. I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good if.
I could play that back.
Okay, she gotta be good if.
What's wrong with his face?
So there's a lot of reasons why people are mad right now about the situation with Simone Biles and her husband that we still don't know his name. I can kind of see the issues because I'm mad too.
The audacity.
Okay, first of all, this man is saying that he's the catch and she caught him and he's the prize. But she is way better than this man. We all know this. At this point, the entire internet knows that this man is BSing. And we all can tell. I feel like the people in the interview, they know this too. They were laughing, they were joking. You can kind of, the issue is this man is straight out lying. It seems like he's lying. Let's call a lie what it is. I see a lot of red flags. First red flag, she matched with him first. Second red flag, she messaged him first. Third flag, she went on Instagram and started liking his pictures. Now, I think that's what he said. He said he got some likes on Instagram. He was like, oh, okay. He went to go take a shower and then came back, right? And then he saw the message. Fourth flag, this woman drove 45 minutes to go see this man. 45 minutes to go see this man. Four red flags. She is chasing him. Okay, so despite anything, all the things that have been said, let's not forget to focus on this one point that she is chasing him. She's making him the prize. Okay, she is now the chaser, not the chasee. What?
I'm getting me a trophy husband.
Usually, that's the male role. The male is the one who goes after the woman, that makes efforts to see the woman, and she's now the prize. But the roles were flipped, and I feel like a lot of us women, we do this. We have a phase when we do this. Let's go ahead and tell y'all what I think is going on. She really likes this guy. This guy is probably her dream guy, and she decided to marry him. Now, the problem with this is that everyone can tell that this man is kind of using her, and he kind of doesn't really like her. We want the best for her, so we're all kind of like trying to get her to see that as well. But she is in love and she is infatuated, and she's probably gonna stay infatuated. Like, I think Simone Biles realizes that she can have probably any guy that she wants. She can, and this was her choice. Okay, she chose him. There's nothing wrong with that, but the issue is the person that she picked and the fact that this is all televised, and by the way he's talking about her, we can kind of see that the person she picked is probably not the right person for her. The problem comes when you ignore red flags for that fantasy just to get what you want. And it looks like they got married really quickly. And am I surprised? No. It's come to the point where being a wife is seen as an accomplishment for women. I've seen proposal videos where they go crazy, they're crying, it's like women crave marriage in a way that's actually toxic. Like society looks down on women if they're not married. And there's this pressure for women to get married or to be wives. Sometimes these women don't even know why they want to get married, right? So if it's a woman's choice, she would get married quickly. And that's why I think that they got married really quickly, because Simone is the one directing this whole entire relationship. And I think that's why this man is saying it's the catch. He's just like the woman right now. You know, like he got her because he was fine. She's the one who wanted him. She's the one who came chasing after him. She's the one who put all the effort. Like he did not earn her. He did not bag her because he's wealthy or he's accomplished or he's a big name. Maybe even good for her. That's just my take on the situation. My opinion does not have to be factual and it doesn't have to piss you off. You can just leave yours in a comment. But that's just how I see the situation. Even with the interview, like he didn't really lie. He just basically told us, hey man, I don't really like her like that. The only reason why I'm with her is because she's Simone Biles. She's basically the husband in the situation.
Even makes sense, put the rollie on my wrist so they know what time it is.
He didn't wanna fuck with me cause I'm the one.
Sure, did you see how Simone's husband said he was the prize? What are you? Ain't no man the prize unless he gay and looking at another man and saying he's the prize. There ain't no man the prize. Men have it so messed up these days. That's why you don't marry an attractive one, because they get confused with who the feminine one is.
Miss Biles, I see why he downplayed you now. I see why he's putting you down. Not only is he a nobody who did not even get drafted into the NFL, not only is he not known for anything other than being your fucking husband, you got you a man that ain't got no meat. He's a sassy, sassy, sassy girl. He pretty too. Look at his pretty ass in your clothes.
Pay attention to the type of men that are coming out on the internet to tell you that you're just a hater for actually wanting what's best for Simone Biles. Most of these men don't really care about a woman doing what's best for her. They see nothing wrong with Simone Biles being a placeholder or a step stool for this man.
I feel like famous guys go for money and what will make them more famous. The woman they can replace. Okay? As soon as you get tired of them. Or he get tired of her. Men go for what's going to make them more famous and popular. Especially if they're famous already. They're not going to marry unless they're already with them prior. They're not going to marry somebody that's, whatever. They're going to get somebody that's going to make them look better. If they're their first priority. Duh. I'm like, you know what? Men are going to date strategically. I don't know why women don't. They should. Y'all should be dating strategically. Marry strategically, date strategically. Don't be out here looking like you in love.
Right? Because they would want that for themselves, or they probably have women in their lives that they're using as step stools. Women are just looking out for women.
She shot her shot. She did though. Because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, I probably wouldn't have. I probably was just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to,
If this man was rich and had it going on for him, he would not be with Simone Biles right now. He would actually go and choose a woman, his own fantasy woman. He wouldn't be with her.
Because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, I probably wouldn't have.
He's only with her because she's Simone Biles and he can profit off of this. Was he supposed to reject her? To him at that time, he's thinking this is probably my best shot, being with someone of this status. People, both men and women in his place, will probably do the same thing. But notice how women always get the backlash of being called a gold digger when it's their turn. But all the men are out here supporting this guy. The men in the interview, they're just joking, laughing about it. They're kind of being very sarcastic. Like, oh, so you're the catch, right? You're the catch, right? Truth is, he is the catch. She chased him. He didn't chase her. Probably, she probably funded a wedding. I don't know. He's gonna feel less manly, right? And because of that, he's gonna resent her and go cheat on her. So when the cheating allegations come up, we already know. Men don't like to be overshadowed. All right, they like to feel masculine. They like to feel like, oh, the big man in the house. You know what I mean? But he can't. How's he gonna feel like that with Simone? It's not all about the good looks. It's not all about all of that.
There's more to it than that.
We can all see that this might not last, and this might not be the best decision for Simone. To the men's who are posting right now on the internet, like, y'all are online, you are live and well. I saw so many TikTok lives of men defending this guy, trying to say, oh, people are not, seeing the other things that he said, saying, oh my gosh, this is why women, when they're in relationships, their friends will come in and try and do this. Same friends are looking for your well-being. Because I feel like when your friends, your female friends, talking to you about your man, you should probably listen. A lot of women make the common mistake of choosing their man over their friends, only for their man to leave them for their friends. Yeah. Or for another woman. Or to have their own friend group still while the woman is alone. A lot of women make the mistake of picking their man over at anything, and that's a big problem because it always backfires. That's something that happens a lot. Y'all really trying to defend this man because you don't mind. Because he's the one benefiting from all of this. Because I can't tell you one thing that this man is going to give her apart from just being arm candy. A lot of men, by default, they're going to think that there's nothing wrong with a woman being a placeholder. They're going to be less empathetic to women. So they're not going to really care that this whole situation might be damaging to Simone Biles, or it might not be the best situation, might not be the best outcome for her. They're not going to care.
All the bitter Bettys are, of course, they're trying to twist this and spin this to make, him say things or mean things that he didn't say.
Gaslighting. Definition.
They only care about the man because they know that if they were in his position, they would do the same thing. And they probably have women that they're using right now as placeholders until they can get to where they want to be and then go get the woman that they actually want. Because we can all kind of see this man does not find Simone Biles to be his type. This is not his type. If this man had more money, if this man was way more accomplished, and if she wasn't Simone Biles, would he still be with her is the question.
She was never his type. For a man to say he's the prize, she was never his type. Because think about it, she's obviously a better athlete than him. She's known worldwide. So why would this man think he's the prize? He saw her and was like, meh, I'll try it out. Not my usual girl. And it's all because he knew who she was. Man was literally tweeting about Gabby Douglas. You knew who she was. And Miss Thang, I don't blame you. You saw a fine man and your vision just blurred.
Right? I feel like Simone basically directed the whole situation. She was the one, doing everything. I don't think he has that much of a say-so in any of this. So he's actually taking the place of a woman for real. Which does make him the catch. That definitely makes him the catch. In a way, he's kind of saying this is not a manly position for him to be in. It gives you something, right? It puts her name out there, right? So I think he's just doing this. This sounds so cynical, but the truths never really sound great. And it might always hurt, but it will definitely free you. It would definitely lead you to happiness because she could be with someone who actually cherishes her, who actually wants to be with her, who can actually improve her life. I think Simone Biles really knows she can get any man. But this is the man that she chose because she wanted arm candy. She wanted someone attractive and good looking. And then she went for that.
Possibly.
Ignoring the other aspects. The fact that this man could not be good for you.
But she is a grown woman, though.
Okay, she's basically the husband at this point.
Makes sense, but the rollie on my wrist.
It's just red flags everywhere. She's not the first woman to be in this predicament. She's not going to be the last woman to be in this predicament. The issue is that she married him instead of just dating him and letting it play out.
You date the pretty boys when you're young. You don't marry them, okay? You don't do that. You're supposed to be the pretty one in the marriage. I know somebody got to marry these dudes, but let it be themselves or Super Pick Misha or, Barbara the Builder. Don't allow yourself to be a victim of dating an attractive man, because think about this. You have your entire youth, from the time you start dating up until the time you start seriously dating for a lifestyle to date cute guys. You got all that time. Get it out of the way. Okay? And when you get ready to say I do, make sure whoever you're saying I do to likes you way more.
This is a pattern. This is something that happens. One thing that I wanted to say is that, with Simone, I think that maybe she just didn't get the chance to do all that dating as she was so much focused on her future and just building who she is today.
Women, sometimes they don't listen to anyone. They just want to be in their dream. They don't care. But usually doesn't end great. You should be with someone that has something to offer to you that will be a man in your life, not you being the man for a man. Let's keep going with the interview.
I'll tell you, organic story, man. So
Organic story, right. That makes me feel like he's lying a little bit. I'm not saying it's a definite, clue, but it's kind of off. Sus.
let me see what this is. Gymnastics. I ain't never, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity.
This man real laughing, having a time of his life because he knows he's lying.
She messaged me on the app like, "Hey, you know what I mean?" And I'm, man, this gotta be fake. Like, I don't know.
Why does he think it's fake? Because he knows who she is. If that was a regular person, why would you think that was fake? See what I mean? He's lying. It's so obvious that he's lying. Like, you know who she is. He mentioned gymnastics as well. I did ask you to tell your story of how y'all met. But pay attention to the things that he's saying and what he's bringing up. All right, this is a crafted story. He's saying, I saw gymnastics. Why did you bring that up? Why did you bring up gymnastics? You didn't have to do that. All right, that's your little hiccup in your lie right there. You shouldn't have brought that up because no one had asked you specifically about that. They asked you, how did y'all meet? And you decided to use this opportunity to talk about how you didn't know who she was. So you brought up gymnastics and then you said, and that it was fake. Baby boy, cool down. You lying.
This gotta be fake. Like, I don't know. I didn't know who she was at the time, but
I think him saying that it's got to be fake and then doing damage control by saying that I didn't know who she was at the time really shows that this is a made-up story. And he's probably not telling 100% of the truth.
like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good.
I saw a bunch of followers. So I said she gotta be good. What's that supposed to mean? You really trying to drive the point that you didn't know who she was. But it's really just revealing that you're lying and that you do know who she is. Or you did know who she was.
I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college and we didn't have NBC. We didn't have Olympic Channel.
I could play that back.
And
because right there, the other guy's like, you're lying. And he decided to go deeper. In college, I was in camp. So I was in camp. So I didn't see her. But I was in camp. Camp, I didn't see her. Camp, I didn't see her. Okay? I didn't see her. He didn't even ask. You had to elaborate because you know you're lying. You want to sell the lie.
And we're in camp.
Who asked you?
Late July, early August. So I'm not paying attention to, so I never would have had a moment to where I would have watched,
Jonathan, I'm gonna let you finish your story, man. Continue.
But like I was saying, man.
They know he's lying. They know he's BSing right now.
And she messaged me. This is like a Tuesday. And
I don't even treat you that good, girl. Why you smiling?
And we
Simone, she is just so happy that she's with this man. She does not care. She is ignoring all the red flags because she wants what she got. That's it. She's like, right, girl.
Wake up. Oh, no.
It happens to the best of us.
Suburbs, so she had to drive about 45 minutes to me. Then the rest is history, man. So you was really the catch in. I always say we the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
Why is the man not the catch? The man is not the catch because men don't like to be caught. Men love to chase and catch something. So if a man is a catch, that is a problem. They're going to try and escape. They're going to try and see if they can go catch something to prove that they're a man still, to prove that they can hunt still. Whether they tell you that or not, if they tell you that they love to be the catch, they're lying. He just wants to use her and that's it.
I was fighting it.
He's fighting. I'm fighting. I don't want it. But you're Simone Biles. But oh my God, you're not my type. But you're Simone Biles. Oh, I was fighting it. But this probably is going to be good for me. And I'm going to benefit off of this. And I'm going to get my name out there. I can use her. Maybe one day when I make it, I can leave her and go be with my actual type.
In truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles.
He's right there. He's not really wanting Simone Biles. Now, those men I told you about on the internet that be popping up trying to defend this man and call women haters and whatever, and be talking about women all day on the internet, y'all will ignore this part. This is obvious. You know it, I know it, we all know it, but you don't want the women to know it because you like them being placeholders.
I feel like famous guys go for money and what will make them more famous. The woman they can replace.
Is what you're saying. At the time, that's what you're not gonna say that. That's what you're saying. I was afraid. I was afraid to commit. I'm like,
Why was he afraid to commit? He wouldn't have been afraid if that was his actual type. A lot of men don't marry for the reasons that women marry. A lot of men don't view relationships the way women view relationships. What do you mean you was afraid? Because she wanted marriage. I'm pretty sure she let him know. That's what she wanted. I saw it, I got it, I'm gonna bag it, let's go. She's done. Women don't like to be out here in the streets. Women don't like to be out here doing too much.
Man, this is my third year. You know, I'm trying to. I'm like, it's kind of early, but you know,
early. It's kind of. He did not. She pushed him to propose. If he was the one who actually knelt down to propose. I don't know who did that. This makes me believe that she let him know up front. This is what's gonna happen. This is what we're gonna do. I'm ready to get married. You can be with me, but I want to get married. And he's kind of like, what? No, because this came out of nowhere for him. He really is the catch. He is the catch. Sad to say, but he is. She made him the catch.
Wake up, wake up!
And he's like, it's my third year. I still want to like.
I'm trying to.
Do all of this and chase women, but he didn't want to chase Simone. Stop making excuses, because men love to make excuses for other men. Not just make the excuses, but broadcast it to other women. Try to force other women to see or accept the excuse that they're making.
Like I said, man, it happened when you least expect it. And we hung out, man. It was like we hit it off instantly. You know, we just laughed the whole night. Man, played, look, go ahead.
I really want to talk about football. Did you tell her you didn't know who she was?
Actually, my question to her was like, who's your competition? I didn't know nothing about gymnastics, so I'm just asking
Nobody.
her. Yeah, and that's what she's like. She told me, like, myself. That's the most vivid memory I have of that. She was like, myself. I'm like, nah, for real. Like, who do you compete with? She's like, you know, myself. Because most of the time it comes down to if I mess up or not. And I'm like, and the moment where I knew she was the real deal, we were going to, I think she had a gym invitational.
No, it was milk and cookies.
I was milk
and cookies before that.
Yo, went to get milk and cookies, and
Cookie spot in Houston, the #1 rated cookie spot.
#1 rated cookie spot, and it was so many. I think it was like a Sunday we went. It was all these moms, and you know they're there with their kids, and we walked past, and everybody stopped, and just kids are like shaking. And it was like, oh my god, and I'm like,
You thought it's because you thought you were fine.
man.
He's locked in. I think that was just his moment when he had his first time experience, maybe with a big time celebrity like her. I think that's what that was. When he said he saw likes on his Instagram and he thought, is this fake? That was when he knew. Because you wouldn't question if it was fake or not if you didn't know who she really was. I'm pretty sure that was when he was thinking to himself, is this fake or is this actually the real Simone Biles? And then they met up and I was like, what's the biggest competition? I'm trying to come up like an athlete too, whatever.
Thanks, bro. Chest bump.
You probably knew as soon as y'all met.
They asking me, they like, here, can you take this picture? And I'm like,
Who else are they gonna ask? Who else were they gonna ask? That's Simone Biles, baby. We don't know your name still.
So, Jay, what you're doing right now is confirming that she is actually the best in the world at flipping the script.
I see flipping.
She shot her shot.
She did though. Because if she wouldn't have messed with me, chances are, like, I probably wouldn't have. I probably was just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to, you know. But she messaged me, and I mean, like I said, the rest is history, man.
I mean, he's been letting us know. I didn't pick any of this. It's just happening to me. If she didn't sue me, we probably wouldn't be together. So I feel like maybe she was ready to like just settle down, and she just wanted to find a handsome man to settle down with because she's already accomplished so much.
Honestly, in truth, Simone Biles is lucky.
For what?
The man said, for what? I'm asking too. For what exactly? She's not lucky. Right now, this is a liability, not an asset to her life. What is he doing? What is he doing, man? The D is not, no. Are you trying to say that his D is worth all the accomplishments that is Simone Biles? She's lucky for what? This woman can probably get any fine guy she wanted, but she just picked him. And he just happens to be a douchebag. I'm so sorry, but this man is not it.
She took a chance.
A lot of men really love to humiliate women. They really love that. It boosts their ego. They really do. Because it's like, oh, she's the lucky one. These are lusty men because they really love to that perspective out there that they're actually the prize. They want women to be easy to access. They love to flip the script, get women doing all the chasing now.
She's lucky because she wouldn't have all that. Jonathan said she wouldn't have all that. Hey, now. Because he ain't had time. Jonathan.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Alright.
We matched. I was just the first to message. As soon as I clicked, ooh, I like him, it matched. So he had already liked my profile, which that means
She
I was
always
just the
say
first.
we match
No,
first.
baby, we matched, but I was the first to message.
Yeah.
Girl, she really went hard on that. Like, no, baby, we matched. But I was the first to message. The way she's looking at him, he already liked my profile. That's giving me lie vibes. I'm so sorry. Maybe she is telling the truth. She's looking at him like, remember the story. Somebody's lying. I don't know. Like, I'm just talking allegedly, but I'm going to say that's how she wants the story to go. One. Or two, that's how the story actually went, and he knew who she was the entire time.
You messed with me. She messed with. She wasn't scared. She wasn't scared.
Why would she be scared? Who is scared to swipe right with anyone on freaking... She said, I wasn't scared. He said he was scared. Okay? And she's claiming not to be scared. All right? Scared of what? If you're afraid, that's because you knew who she was, that she was a celebrity. You were nervous. She's like, I wasn't nervous. Why would you be nervous, darling?
Y'all are young newlyweds. Don't let people bring that shit in y'all house.
Don't let people. We're just pointing out what we're seeing. If this is what Simone was, ignoring all the red flags, that's what it is.
Don't do that. I'm not trying to bring them shit nowhere, Freddie. This man's a hell of a safety. He will never be as good as a safety as this little motherfucker is as a gymnast. You agree, bro?
You know what? He might, because the other day I said, you know what? In a couple years, nobody is gonna call him Simone Biles' husband. They'll call me Jonathan Owen's wife.
Speaking of, I don't know
why.
The 26-year-old won a total of 5 more medals at the 2023 Gymnastics World Championships in Belgium, 4 of them gold, and those wins bring her total to 34 medals across the history of World Championships and Olympics.
Why would anyone do that? Why would she say this? I think she's trying to appeal to his ego, to make him feel more manly. And this is something else that made a lot of people mad because you're like, girl, you are incredible. Why would you ever want to put yourself second place to this man?
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
And that's because women have been groomed to really crave marriages, to feel unworthy unless they're a wife or a mother.
They'll call me Jonathan Owen's wife.
So I come to Simone Biles' Twitter, and like the first thing she has is wife. Now, can someone explain to me why she put wife before Olympic champion?
Why? Just women just see that as being the most ultimate prize. And to her, she won the gold man because he's fine, something to achieve. But girl, that's supposed to be you. You're supposed to be the prize, sweetheart, not him. And a lot of men will be like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Yeah, you don't care. Of course there's nothing wrong with that.
She says, call me Jonathan Owen's wife. Simone, we love you too much to do that. We're not going to let you dim your light so that his can shine. You are a 4-time gold medalist. You are the most decorated Olympian in history. We are not going to let this man and his fragile ego make you diminish your accomplishments that has taken you a whole lifetime to build. No, ma'am. And to be truthful with you, if he really respected you, he wouldn't even want you to do that. You've worked your whole life to get here. And if he can't stand by your side proudly with your accomplishments, then that's the bigger issue here. I hate to compare, but girl, I have to. Alexis Ohanian, Serena Williams' husband, refers to himself as the husband of the GOAT. That man is a billionaire, co-founder of Reddit, and he still is like, do you know who I'm married to? That's how they should be.
Most men don't see anything wrong with women doing themselves dirty. Y'all never see nothing wrong with that.
All right, so everybody's in an uproar from him telling what he sees as the true story of how him and Simone Biles got together. Now, while he's telling the story, she's sitting there laughing in agreement. They're having a good time. They're talking. And all the bitter Bettys are, of course, they're trying to twist this and spin this to make, him say things or mean things that he didn't say.
Jonathan said she wouldn't have all that. Hey, now. Because he ain't had time.
Jonathan,
Completely ignoring the fact that these are young people, two young, successful people that clearly seem to be in love.
I feel like famous guys go for money and what will make them more famous.
They're married and they seem to be very happy with each other. I mean, who knows what the future holds, you know what I'm saying? But when people make these types of decisions to be together and to love each other and to get married, what can you do but support them? I think she really, loves him.
Does he love her?
Because she doesn't have to be like this huge superstar Simone Biles around him. He treats her like a regular person, and a lot of times, that's what these people that get their ass kissed all the time because of their talent, because of their celebrity. That's what they be wanting. Somebody to just treat them like a regular person, love them like a regular person, and he probably does that. Like who likes who first and who makes the first move and how that stuff doesn't matter, bro. When the plan is to get married and stay married and be together and be together until each other's old and great. When that's the plan and you're executing it, it doesn't matter who made the first move.
You're missing the point.
You watch this interview, if you're a man, for those men who like y'all really, the way you guys will ignore all the red flags and it's just like, wow, are you human? Do you have compassion? And they do it so effortlessly. I know there are a few men out there that will point it out, and I've seen like maybe one video that was making sense. But all these other guys, man, y'all actually are scary. He has to accomplish way more than you for anyone to see him as someone, actually. But that really got a lot of people mad on the internet, and I get it. Women sometimes, or a lot of times, most of the times, tend to dim their life for a man. Our history as women, we have spent a lot of our time supporting men, sacrificing for men, giving birth for men, doing the most for men. I think it's gotten to the point where a lot of men just see it as a privilege. Because I really do think that marriage at the end of the day ends up benefiting most men, usually.
Simone Biles' husband is a walking red flag. This man got into a relationship with Simone Biles, and he's acting like she's the one who should be lucky. He centered so much of their love story around the fact that she chased him. We've all been here where we're all just like googly eyes for, a mediocre man who doesn't actually like see us as a person. And it's so easy to just be like, oh my goodness, he can do no wrong, and make a lot of excuses. Kind of look at that type of talk as funny or endearing. He was low-key dissing her multiple times in this interview. And men do this all the time. If you read between the lines of this podcast interview, it's just like actually sad more than anything. Also, he made her drive to see him. This is crazy to me because if a guy actually wants to see you, he's going to go the distance to see you. I went on a date with a guy that drove 2 hours. 2 hours. It was a 4-hour round trip to go on a first date with me, a coffee date. I have no judgment towards Simone at all. I think that this is just like very common in a lot of relationships. It's just like insane that a man that is married to Simone Biles would talk like that. Like, the enthusiasm was not there. People have way more enthusiasm for talking about their pets than he did talking about his wife.
A lot of women go around, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, right? But how many guys do you see go around going, my girl, my girl, my woman, my woman, my woman? It's not equal. A lot of women pursue relationships more than guys. That's not balanced. One of the reasons why a lot of women end up in these unrequited situations.
I just went on Simone's Instagram. She reposted her wedding pictures today.
I also want to say the fact that Mrs. Simone Biles felt the need to repost pictures of her wedding amidst this conversation of her husband gave me all the confirmation that I needed. The fact that she felt the need to repost those personal pictures of her wedding, of her man, as if that changes anything that came out of his mouth, girl, that gave me all the confirmation that I needed. If you know, you know.
You're putting more effort, more commitment. You're into it way more than he is. That's a recipe for disaster. I feel like he's trying to make himself seem like this awesome person. He's trying to boost his ego by tearing her down. Oh, she's a celebrity? Ugh, I caught a celebrity.
Simone Biles and her husband Jonathan Owens have responded to the backlash from the podcast interview he did where he recalls meeting Simone and basically said that he didn't know who she was before they started dating and that he was the catch when most of us don't even know his name. We only know that he's Simone's husband. But anyways, Jonathan shared pictures with Simone on Instagram writing, "Unbothered, just know we locked in over here," and Simone commented saying, "For life." Yesterday, Simone also posted a picture from their wedding writing, "Mood," and Jonathan also shared this on his Instagram story writing, "You never cease to amaze me, you deserve it, baby, so proud of you." So in the podcast interview, Jonathan claimed that he never really followed gymnastics before he started dating Simone, but of course Twitter did its thing and uncovered old tweets from 2012.
The crazy thing is they have proof of him lying. Starting a relationship with a lie.
At one point, he tweeted saying, "Low-key, I'd be hoping that the people from the other nations fall when they be doing gymnastics." Here are some of his other tweets talking about Gabby, even criticizing her bottom teeth. Men. And he even tweeted saying, "Why is there an Asian coach for the USA girls gymnast?" So clearly he followed it at least a little bit. And if you follow gymnastics, you know who Simone Biles is.
He's locked in. She's like, for life, girl. The thing is, women see marriage as final. Take it so seriously. Guys don't. Y'all saw that Twitter trend. They know how they can push a woman to hate them and break up with them, right? Men don't take these things as serious as women do. Because a lot of women have been groomed from a little kid, a little child, to want these things.
And they lived happily ever after.
Whatever, man. I hope the best for Simone. Anyway, that's it for the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's free.
Jonathan Owens' wife.
That's so sweet.
Who are you again?